guys! Today we are going to make a new practice, and remember to go to the link that is below so you can access to the practice and just enter your name and then the code, and you may start with it. When you are done, continue with the video so we can check the answers. And we are going to start. So the first one is Halloween, also referred to as All Hallows Eve, is a holiday that is celebrated in America on 31st October of each year, regardless of what day of the week this date falls on. Although it is rooted in religion, Halloween today is enjoyed mainly because of its decorations, costumes, candy, treats, and general excitement. And furthermore, it is enjoyed by most everyone. And the question is, when does Halloween take place? Option A, 14th February. Option B, 25th December. Option C, 31st of October. And option D, 8 weeks before Christmas. What do you think is the answer? And the answer is D, the 31st of October, because in the text it says that it's celebrated in this date, regardless of what day of the week this day falls on. Second, besides carving pumpkins, some celebrate Halloween by putting decorations up. Supernatural, referring in this case to non-natural creatures that are typically based in fiction. Figures including vampires, ghosts, werewolves, zombies, and more generally account for most of these decorations. Bugs, spiders, cobwebs, gravestones, and anything else that can be considered creepy or unusual and possibly scary can also be found on Halloween in decoration form. The question is, one can expect to see all of the following types of decorations on Halloween except option A, gravestones and zombies, B, vampires, C, spiders and other bugs, and D, snowflakes and ribbons. What do you think is the correct answer? And the correct answer is option B, snowflakes and a ribbon, because they are asking of an exception, so you don't need to mark the ones that are on the text. What you need to mark are the things that are not in the text. Third, Halloween, also referred to as All Hallows Eve, is a holiday that is celebrated in America on 31st October of each year, regardless of what day of the week this date falls on. Although it is rooted in religion, Halloween today is enjoyed mainly because of its decorations, costumes, candy, treats, and general excitement. And furthermore, it is enjoyed by most everyone. And the question is, what day of the week does Halloween fall on? Option A, Halloween is always on Friday. Option B, Halloween's day of the week varies by year. Option C, Halloween is always on Monday. And option D, Halloween is always on Saturday. And the correct answer is option B, Halloween's day of the week varies by year, because every year it's on a different day. It could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Fourth, only some adults celebrate Halloween, and they generally do so by attending parties. Inversely, the vast majority of children dress in costumes. Halloween costumes can be based upon anything, from the mentioned supernatural creatures to the stars of today's films. And walk door to door in search of candy, a practice known as trick or treat, on Halloween. After knocking on a door, houses that particularly in Halloween usually leave a light on, one says, trick or treat, and a piece or pieces of candy is given to him or her. According to the text, the question is, Some adults celebrate Halloween in which of the following ways? Option A. Going to bed early. Option B. Buying Christmas gifts. Option C. Trick or treating. And option D. Attending to Halloween parties. What do you think is the correct answer? And the correct answer is option D. Attending to Halloween parties. The fifth. Only some adults celebrate Halloween, and they generally do so by attending parties. Inversely, the vast majority of children dress in costume. Halloween costumes can be based upon anything, from the mentioned supernatural creatures to stars of today's films. And walk door to door in search of candy, a practice known as trick or treat, on Halloween. After knocking on a door, houses that participate in Halloween usually leave a light on. One says trick or treat, and a piece or pieces of candy is given to him or her. According to the text, the question is, how do most children celebrate Halloween? And the answers are option A, by studying schoolwork, B, by producing candies, C, by dressing in costumes and trick or treating, and D, by hanging ornaments on a Christmas tree. What do you think is the correct answer? And the correct answer is C, by dressing in costume and trick or treating. The sixth. My home is a long distance from my home, almost 50 miles away. I have to wake up early every morning as I am always in a rush. There is never enough time for a relaxed breakfast. At exactly 8 a.m., I get into my car and start the long drive. The question is, when does he wake up every morning? The first option is exactly at 6 a.m. The second, late in the morning. The option C, early in the morning. And the option D, after the morning rush hour. Which one do you think is the correct one? And the correct answer is option C, early in the morning. The seventh. I usually like driving on the highway more than in the city. During the morning rush hour, though it is not enjoyable, the heavy traffic it is a little bit annoying. So I always listen to my favorite music CDs in the car, Mozart and Bach. That cheers me up a lot. According to the text, how is driving during the morning rush hour? Option A, not as much fun as walking. Option D, it's classical. Option C, not very enjoyable. And option D, it is better to ride a bike. And the correct answer is option C, not very enjoyable. The eighth. I usually like driving in the highway more than in the city. During the morning rush hours, though, it is not very enjoyable. The heavy traffic is a little bit annoying. So I always listen to my favorite music CDs in the car, Mozart and Bach. That cheers me up a lot. Which kind of music CDs does he enjoy listening to in the car? And the options are A, jazz, B, disco, C, heavy metal, and D, classical. And the correct answer is D, classical. The ninth. The drive to work takes about 1 hour. Going back home in the evening after work takes even longer, maybe around 17 minutes. Lately, I have been thinking about trying to take the train to work instead of driving. That way, I could still listen to my music with headphones and even read a novel at the same time. So the question is, how long might the evening drive back home take? The option A, less than the drive in the morning? B. 70 kilometers, C. 50 minutes, or D. Around 70 minutes? And the correct answer is D. Around 70 minutes, because it says that maybe around 70 minutes is the time going back home in the evening. 10. The drive to work takes about 1 hour. Going back home in the evening after work takes even longer, maybe around 17 minutes. Lately, I have been thinking about trying to take the train to work instead of driving. That way, I could still listen to my music with headphones and even read a novel at the same time. So the question is, what else does he think he could even do if he took the train to work? The option A is read a novel, option B, do crossword puzzles, option C, sing songs, and option D, write a book. And the correct answer is option A, read a novel, as it says in the last sentence. 11. As has been the case for many years, jobs or forms of employment wherein employees perform a service or duty in exchange for financial compensation play a prominent role in society. Furthermore, all jobs, even those of extremely little significance, are important as they simply wouldn't exist if their specific responsibilities weren't of value for the employers, companies, or persons that pay others for their work, and also customers, individuals who pay money for a product or service, and economy generally. And the question is, jobs are best defined as which of the following? Option A, activities used to pass the time. B, activities used to have fun. C, forms of employment wherein employees perform a service or duty in exchange for financial compensation. And D, there is not an exact definition of jobs. What do you think is the correct answer? And the correct answer is option C, forms of employment wherein employees perform a service or duty in exchange of financial compensation, same as it says in the text. Chefs or cooks prepare meals in professional settings, including restaurants, cafeterias, and other venues wherein food and drinks are sold for customers. Chefs are generally experienced in cooking and managing kitchens. Waiters bring menus, beverages, meals, and ultimately the check or a bill of the food and drinks purchased in a transaction to tables in restaurants and other establishments that serve food. Artists produce art or works of creative significance, including music, painting, drawings, poetry, writing, and more. The question is, which of the following is not a type of art? Option A, scientific reports. Option B, painting. Option B, music. And option C, poetry. And the correct answer is option A, scientific reports, because in the question they are asking for something that is not a type of art. 14. Teachers or educational professionals tasked with helping students understand certain subjects and topics are especially crucial today. In short, teachers help their students to become qualified for their future careers. Doctors or medical professionals who specialize in providing health-related assistance to patients are some of the most respected individuals in America and the world. It is the responsibility of doctors to help those who feel less than stellar to determine the underlying health issues and recommend an effective treatment or remedy to a disease, disorder, or condition. According to the text, which of the following professionals are responsible for helping individuals to learn specific information? Option A, farmers. Option B, doctors. Option C, teachers or professors. And option D, police officers. And the correct answer is option C, teachers and professors. 15. Farmers maintain fields of crops or vegetables and fruits, plants, and also collections of animals with the intention of selling these products as food. Chefs and cooks prepare meals in professional settings, including restaurants, cafeterias, and other venues wherein food and drinks are sold for customers. Chefs are generally experienced in cook and maintaining kitchens. Waiters bring menus, beverages, meals, and ultimately the check, or a bill of the foods and drink purchased in a transaction, to tables in restaurants and other establishments that serve food. According to the text, chefs are culinary professionals who A. serve food to diners, B. prepare foods in commercial settings, C. respond to the preference of diners, and D. the last two. And the correct answer is D. the last two. That means that the option B, prepare foods in commercial settings, is correct, and the C, respond to the preference of diners, is also correct. Option A is not correct because it says serve food to diners, and the ones that serve the food are the waiters. Okay guys, this was our second practice. I hope that you are getting better. As you see, this time we had more questions for you to practice a little bit more. Remember to keep reading in English so you gain more vocabulary. Bye!